Hello everyone, it's Aisha here from the Emma Willis Sewing Studio, and today we're going to be making some hanging hearts, stuffed hanging hearts. Nice and easy starter project to make. You could make them with your machine, or I've done this one by hand sewing. I've used a blanket stitch on the outside, appliqued little hearts, and done a daisy stitch on each of the hearts. So really nice and simple, very easy to make, and this is what's included in the box anyway. So those of you who have signed up for the kits, this is what you'll get. So this is what to expect. You'll have a little box kindly supplied by Cheeky So-and-so, and inside the box will be a set of instructions. So those will be included with some stitches on the other side. You'll have a little bit of stuffing. You'll also have included some embroidery thread, some ribbon, some lovely pieces of felt, small ones, some shiny bits, and some larger pieces. So a great project, and you'll be able to make more than one out of these. You'll also have included a needle and a pin. Just be careful if you have little ones in the house when you're opening it up, not to leave it lying around. So let's go. So to begin with, you'll need your two pieces of felt, one for the back and one for the front. You don't have to make hearts, I have, and you can use some drawing chalk that can rub off, or a pencil and draw around a shape that you want to make. You can use whatever you want to as a guide. I'm just going to use this needle pack to draw around for this as a circle, because the next one I'd like to make is a circle. So just like I've done here, just draw around, then you can cut it, and you can cut it out. We're going to be making a heart-shaped one, and you need an embroidery needle. Sometimes they're often called, I think, crewel needles, if I remember rightly. But it's a large eye needle, and you can thread the embroidery thread a lot quicker. So from my smaller bits of felt, I've cut out two circles, one yellow, one blue, and on this one, when I eventually do it, I'll probably cut out some smaller spots out of the yellow and the blue felt, and then contrast them on either side. But I'm going to finish my heart off for now, and on this one I've appliqued already a H. So I put white felt, I've cut out white, and I've done it freehand. The good thing about felt is it doesn't fray. So I've just hand stitched that on, just with a simple running stitch. And now I'm going to stitch my heart together. And when you stitch your heart together, if you start at the center, work all the way around, up and round. So to finish our heart, once you've done your appliqued shape, whether it be a heart or a letter or a shape that you like, or a motif that you like, so it could be anything, and you could cut out whatever you wanted freehand or using a template on the internet. So I'm going to try and do a chain stitch again, all the way around, or should I do a cross stitch? Right, okay, I did a chain stitch on this one, so I'm going to try a cross stitch on this one. Now you try what you feel comfortable with, no pressure on anybody to do anything. If you fancy just doing a running stitch, not a problem, do that. Just try whatever you feel comfortable with, whatever you feel confident with. So with the cross stitch, I'm just going to make some diagonal stitches to the left. So I'm going to keep going all the way around. I'm going to start about 1/4 of an inch in, and make some diagonal stitches through both pieces of felt. And what I'll do is I'll do a few stitches to show you, and then like so. Now you could go all the way around and then finish off, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do about 4 stitches and then go back and do my cross stitch. And a cross stitch is just that, it's stitching in a cross. There you go. Now I'm not somebody who does a lot of hand stitching or embroidery, but it's a really relaxing and therapeutic. You see that? So that's what's happened with the cross stitch, and I will carry on doing that. So on both sides you'll have created crisscross, and I'll show you the back in a minute. There we go. So that's the front and that's the back, and I'm going to go and finish that off. It's really important not to get too hung up on what you can't do and try and do what you can. The idea is to have lots of fun while doing it. Now I made, I think I made this while watching the Sewing Bee, just to have a go. I hadn't done a blanket stitch for a long time, probably from when I was in my teens in a needlecraft class. So there are spaces where I've gone a little wrong, but to be honest, it's about having fun, trying your best. I don't know if you can see, I've made a bit of a mistake there, but it's about having fun, getting creative, and enjoying what you're doing. Now, have fun with it. Try things out, you know, and if they don't work, felt is a really easy medium to work with and to undo. So just unpick your stitches if you're not happy with what you've created. So I'm going to finish off by doing all my stitches all the way around, and then go back and do my finish off my cross stitch. So if you're doing a cross stitch and you've gone all the way around, I'd stop around here, so leave about that bit open, and then go back around and finish your cross stitch first before you stuff it. Once you've gone all the way around with your cross stitch, use your stuffing and just stuff your heart gently, push it all the way down and round. And then close your heart up and attach your ribbon. Now this time on this one I attached my ribbon to the top of the heart, and then I covered it with some little sparkly hearts. This one I'm going to try and attach it on the inside of the heart so the ends don't show. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tuck it in there, and I'm going to just do a couple of stitches all the way through the layers to attach that ribbon before I finish off my last bit of cross stitch. Nice and secure. Just to make it that little extra bit secure, I'm going to pull it through again, round this side, and push it through. And then I'm going to just finish my heart with some stitches here. So don't forget, all the way around, nice tidy stitches, a lot tidier than mine. wanted to get the video out to you, just so that if anybody was struggling, they could see how I'm doing it. And it honestly really doesn't matter how you do it, whether you do a chain stitch, whether you do a running stitch. On this particular project, it's nice and easy, and as you can see, I'm actually enjoying it. So finish off your little crosses. And this is something that you could easily do with lots of different fabrics lying around the house. Something old pair of jeans. You could do it with my favourite pillowcase. Pillowcases are amazing pieces of material to do things with, especially if you've got some pretty printed ones that you no longer need. You can just attach. You can just cut out shapes and have a real play around with them. You could have one side cotton and then the other side felt. And now you've got the skills, you can make as many as you want and have lots of hanging softies everywhere. So I'm just going to finish that off. Cut those threads off. Right, so as you can see, nice and simple softie, all done. Add to my collection of little softies. Hope you enjoyed.